The Newmar Dutch Star 2014 model 4369 that we have has very little carpeting. It has basically all tile except in the area where the slides are. The last couple of years they came up with a new design, and now the slide itself actually has tile. But after 2 years, you can see that this carpeting, after being compressed many times, us standing on it, it has actually gotten curly like a potato chip, and I end up tripping over this. So after 2 years, I'm totally okay. This carpeting was about less than $2 a foot, came in a 36-inch strip, was easy to cut, and what it did was it protects the real carpeting underneath this whole area. Now, because the slides could get caught in this, we actually have to pull this carpeting out and roll it up every time we move, and that's okay, because you can imagine what it would cost to have to replace this carpeting when you have to go in and around the slides. So the carpeting that I'm going to replace it with was quite a bit more expensive. This is about $5.50 a foot, and we wish we could have got it in brown, but that wasn't in the stars for us. It's black, you'll notice. Our coach has plenty of black in it, like the microwave and the countertop, and even the handles for the doors are kind of a charcoal silver. The stainless steel, so the black won't look that bad, but we probably would have preferred brown. The carpeting that we're trying this time is actually got a rubber trim edge to it, and we're hoping that when that gets trampled, that it doesn't fold over as well. Even though if after 2 years it ends up needing to be replaced, we can certainly budget for that. Since I bought the beginning of the roll, it has a edge on the end as well as the side. Normally it's just the side. So this particular edge here is the one that we're going to put right here in the front corner next to the booth and the refrigerator, and see if that double edge prevents this type of curling that happened here. The last time I cut this carpet, I did a really careful job getting around the obstructions of the feet, the cabinet, and then diving back to the edge of the dresser, and I certainly don't want to do that again. So what I did was I took kind of a survey of how it fit, and there's some subtle changes I'm going to make when I cut it this time. I'm basically going to trace the pattern here, but you'll notice that I have a little note here that says this edge should probably go over 1/4 inch, and that the width that I have cut is okay, and the whole slot, in fact, is what should move over. I think on this end I also had some notes on what I'm going to do here, that this edge here I'm going to make 1/4 inch less. But other than that, I'm going to get to work here, and I'll show everybody what it looks like when we're done. Highly recommend it to put some kind of carpeting in to protect the carpeting of your original rig for the next owner. What I do find funny is that even though Sue doesn't feel well, what does she choose to do to pass the time of day to keep herself busy? She's here editing another YouTube. God bless her, and I gotta be honest with you, if she wasn't helping, I wouldn't be able to keep up with this. It's a lot of work. Doing this section of the carpeting is infinitely easier. I literally will just cut a rectangular piece, and I will round the edges like I show there. I may or may not keep this carpeting and just shove it in the back, because if you look in the back here, it does not quite go all the way to the wall. We kind of throw different things back there. There's the controls for the recliners back there, and a tripod that we use, and back here's a little storage area. That's Sue's roller for her back, and of course her yoga mat. Back here, I don't know if I mentioned, this junk that's on the bed here. We have 3 Fifis lined up. That's how serious this job is. This fan is used, even though we have 3 air conditioners, sometimes it needs a little help to circulate the air down the length of the 44-foot tube. That really does the trick. This, I'm sure many people think, is a marital aid. It is not. It is Sue's trampoline that she uses. That's why she's such a good-looking, slim, and trim wife. So let's get to the work here and start chopping this thing up. Here we go. Getting ready. I have a paint marker to mark the profile. So the pattern has been transferred, my yellow cutout, and now all I have to do is wish for good luck and good karma. This is actually too easy. It's almost like there's more rubber and less carpet in this blend here, so I hope I don't live to regret picking this, but then again, it is what it is. And if I have to put the old stuff back in, I will. Trouble will be that the template will be one more generation away from OEM, so wouldn't fit as well. We'll see how good I am with this. So this is how our carpeting looks in our 2014 Dutch Star Newmar, and it was built in June of 2013. So you can see that the carpet's 6 years old and it's still in great shape, and that's how you want to do it, so that you're not stuck with repairing that carpeting for the next new guy. Now the only area we aren't able to protect it is when you have carpeting that's got a little gap where you just can't get that, and you can see it's getting a little worn looking. We're doing our best to keep it in shape. Alright, moment of truth. See how it fits. Alright, drop that camera and let's flap this in here.
Wow, looks pretty darn good.
Don't get too excited yet. Pretty nice. Here's the point. Look at the nice rubber edge. Hopefully that won't, that's the part that won't curl up.
That's where it was curling.
Like that one. Of course, it took 2 years to curl, so.
Smart thinking.
Well, I got one chance to cut it right, and I want to put this edge on where you're always, and it's upside down.
Oh yeah.
This is the round edge, so it goes in there right where you're sitting. So you're pressuring me to perform.
Not really.
I have performance anxiety. I already had that on my honeymoon night, honey. I'm just first getting over that.
Honey, it's 2 years ago. You're fine.
Yeah, but, well, 2 years since we got married, but how many since we've been together? Alright, here we go.
It's a nice bright yellow marker.
Yeah. Well, it's good that I'm married to an art teacher, because she's always got good supplies.
With you doing this, I keep getting great shots of the top of your head.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the glare, though. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go a little lower.
Well, that's why we don't ever need studio lighting.
We have your head.
Yeah. It just comes right off there. Yeah, that's a pro tip, honey. For your husband's hair challenge, your YouTube costs will be way down because of the lighting.